Welcome, level uppers, to a special response time, we're going to call it this time around, where we're going to cover a kind of really hot topic.
Yeah.
Hot topic, let's go with that. I'm Andrew, of course I've got Mike here with me, and if you did not know, AC Unity is coming out in November. Here's a trailer for it right here. It looked really good, right?
Yeah, oh my god, dude, I've been dying for this.
Yeah.
Graphically, it looked phenomenal. That's one of the first things that grabbed you. Your attention is grabbed by not only how good everything looks, but how much there is going on.
Yeah. A lot on screen, a lot of characters on screen. They're really touting the AI in this one to be much improved. So people were really looking forward to this. And with Black Flag, there was a little bit of a co-marketing deal between PS4 and a Black Flag. This time around, it seems like Microsoft is taking that co-marketing deal. Seems like when they announced it, they showed it off as an Xbox One demo, and it seems like the commercials are going to be Xbox One. I always found that a little weird, but now it's starting to make maybe a little bit of sense. So there was an interview recently with Video Gamer, and they talked with the senior producer at Ubisoft. His name is Vincent Pontbriand, and they were talking about the quality of the game, the different consoles, and how they're going to differ. And this is what he had to say. We decided to lock them at the same specs to avoid all the debates and stuff. Technically, we're CPU bound. The GPUs are really powerful. Obviously, the graphics look pretty good. But it's the CPU that has to process the AI, the number of NPCs we have on screen, all these systems running in parallel. We were quickly bottlenecked by that, and it was a bit frustrating. Because we thought that this was going to be a tenfold improvement over everything else AI-wise, and we realized it was going to be pretty hard. It's not the number of polygons that affect the frame rate. We could be running at 100 FPS if it was just the graphics, but because of AI, we're still limited to 30 frames per second. But the most important part of that quote, once again, is we decided to lock them at the same specs to avoid all the debate and stuff. So what does that mean to you?
It means we're basically getting the giant shaft.
PS4 owners.
PS4 owners, at least. The people from Xbox are probably like, well, I really don't care too much. Although, I mean, as a gamer, even if I just had the Xbox, I'd still think that's pretty lame. Essentially what that means is they knew it was going to look better on PS4, but they don't want anybody to argue about it, and they don't want that to be talked about. So they said, well, we're just going to downgrade the quality of the entire game to meet the lowest quality standards possible.
And it seems like what we're expecting is 900p, 30 frames per second across both platforms. Now, that's something that Xbox One owners have been a little bit used to. Not even just in Ubisoft games, but a lot of different games have been going for that 1600 by 900.
Yeah.
Not a huge downgrade,
and it's not
but noticeable.
It's not like it's bad, but the funny thing is right now, I mean, one of the big hot topics, especially for Sony and for PS4, is how much better, the games look. And it's not always like a huge amount of difference, but sometimes it's actually pretty noticeable. Look at Black Flag. Whereas on the Xbox One, I mean, it looked good, but when you look at the PS4, I mean, the individual rain droplets, the detail in his clothing.
I think it's the crispness. It's like a sharpness that you see there.
Yeah. I mean, to me, this is a bit... So essentially what they're saying is, let's say Ubisoft ran the school system. That means I could just do whatever the hell I wanted, and you would do as well as I did. That's essentially what it is. So if I got a C, guess what? Even if you pour your heart out, you're still getting a C.
Yeah, and this is purely speculation on my part. I want to say that 100%, this is purely speculation, but I really think this has something to do with this Microsoft co-marketing deal.
Absolutely.
They have something to lose here and something to gain by making the PS4 quality the same as the Xbox One. So if they had this contractual co-marketing deal, one of the stipulations might have been, you're marketing our game. You can't market the PS4 as the better version.
Right.
They have to be at least the same if we're marketing this as an Xbox One exclusive on TV.
I've never heard, when I look at Ubisoft, I've always looked at them as the better of the evil companies.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, I don't personally,
I
don't personally like, big giant publishers. I always feel like they're out for the bottom line. And in this case, I've never really felt like Ubisoft was one of them too much until now. And this is very upsetting to me.
Well, here's the thing. Let's go back in time a little bit. Watch Dogs was also suddenly 900p, 30 frames per second on PS4. Was that a part of this?
Look at The Division.
We don't know. It doesn't.
I haven't. I mean, I wonder if it's one of those things where Ubisoft doesn't want to look like they're playing favorites and they're trying to make everything equal. One is going to be better than the other. We're just going to make everything the same. And if this can only do so much, we're going to level at that.
This is the dumbest decision they could have made then to actually talk about it, because as you guys might know, we might have some gaffers in here from NeoGAF. It has exploded. There are 70 or 80 pages on NeoGAF.
Just huge.
it's enraged.
And it's not even just the online community.
No.
You know, I was talking to people today, you know, between work and everything else, and people that are just basic casual gamers that usually don't really care about something like this. And when I told them the basic background and what it was, they were like, wow, I am definitely not buying this game.
Mm-hmm.
And personally, I'll tell you right now, unless this changes, I encourage you not to show that with your dollar.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, you know, on my behalf, I would say do not buy this game if this is the stance that they're taking.
Yeah, so guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put our information up on the screen because I want you to contact us.
Mm-hmm.
This is all about hearing from you guys. There you go. There's our Twitch TV, there's our Twitter, our Facebook, and contact us because here's the question for you guys. How do you feel about this?
Mm-hmm.
And most of all, how does it affect your purchasing decision when it comes to
Absolutely.
Assassin's Creed Unity? Doesn't matter if you're a PS4 owner or an Xbox One owner. We want to know how you feel about this, and if you feel gypped, especially if you're a PS4 owner. So all of our information right there for you guys.
Absolutely.
And whatever you send us, we're going to look at throughout the week, and on Sunday's show, we're going to read off some of the best answers
Yeah, we're
we
going to
find.
feature it. So if you guys just want to write us down in the description, or if you even want to make us a reply video, and we'll show it off for you.
Mhm.
We want to hear your voice. You know, we want you to be heard as well.
Mhm.
You know, like I said, I encourage you to speak with your dollar, but you can also speak to your camera.
I agree. So guys, please do that. We hope to hear from you guys. And of course, check out the Level Up show this Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time because this is going to be a big story that we discuss. Until then, take care and level up.